Did you feel that earthquake that we just had?
Yeah.
Wasn't it crazy? The whole house started shaking, and I thought it was a big truck, but look. 4.9 magnitude earthquake, 47 miles from Eagle, Idaho, which is not far from here. Wild, hey?
Yeah, it's so nuts.
Hi folks, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me today. So did you feel that magnitude 4.9 earthquake that occurred in Idaho? A lot of reports have been sent in saying that they did feel it. Mandy Harmon shared a video from St. Luke's in McCall during the 4.9 earthquake that was near Smith Valley. It occurred at 10:25 a.m. ITD bridge inspectors and maintenance crews are assessing all bridges and roads, including the most photographed bridge in the area, which is the Rainbow Bridge. While there are currently no indication of damage, there has been some rock falls on the roadway. These were fairly shallow earthquakes. There's probably some cracks that opened up, the fault that opened up during these earthquakes. I did find a map of the different faults in that location. This is probably an ancient fault that has been recently reactivated. Here you can see Cascade Lake, I believe that's called. Let's see. Cascade Reservoir. And you can see the different faults that run through this area. It's been really windy there at Yellowstone and in Idaho. Ignore all this. These are earthquakes along the Sawtooth. I was more interested in the fault zones that have been reactivated in this location. Some of the felt reports sent into EMSC said it was a quick jolt that shook the house. 2 different shakes, not very aggressive, lasting about 2 seconds each. Almost though it was due to the wind. Yeah, it's a windy day there. I heard and felt the house shake for about 2 to 3 seconds and immediately knew what it was. Did you feel these earthquakes? Garden City, it says, while house movement, with most items in the house wobbling a fair amount. Ontario, I felt 2 mild jolts, shaking, then a slight rolling feeling from Garden City. Boise, I was sitting at the computer and felt a little jolt, and then thought, nah, and then felt it again, enough to notice Boise, Idaho. Yeah, the second one was about 20 minutes later. Says the full rocked. Another one from Nampa, Idaho. It says felt it in Nampa, Idaho. Little shake, digs one crazy right before. Here's the earthquake, the spectrogram as it came in at borehole 208 there at Yellowstone. And we'll look at the seismic signature. Yeah, basically fault movement. Yeah, it did shake up Yellowstone. Let me bring it over here and I'll show you this here. Okay. First wave of the earthquake here on the moment tensor ball came from the west. Tension is applied going south. Yeah, they're going to have probably some faults that you can see on the surface of the earth. And you can see here how it moved going east and dipped down going south. While no damage has been reported, USGS gave it an intensity level of 8, which means it would have been panel walls thrown out of frame, fall of walls, monuments, chimneys, sand blowholes. Drivers of automobiles would have definitely noticed. But for the shaking that was reported by people, it was intensity level 6, meaning it was felt by all, frightened many people, some may have ran outdoors, falling plaster and chimneys damaged small. What kind of damage do you have other than rock slides? I have heard that there is rock slides in the area. I have heard too that water sloshed out of aquariums. The lights were really shaking, but I couldn't find any videos of that other than the 2 that I have provided for you. How did your pets react? Because this is an area where they normally do not have earthquakes. This is a very ancient fault line that has been reactivated. I've talked about the reactivation of fault lines because as our Earth's magnetic field gets weaker, yep, we're going to see more and more earthquakes in many diverse places. Here's the map of the felt reports. Looks like the strongest here for 8 was Cascade, which would have been up there by that lake, okay? And they're not giving a name for this one. Intensity level 7. Close to Cascade. This one here was 6. We got a lot of them. Let's see. The farthest it looks like would be this one south, just northwest of Twin Falls. We got another one over here by Idaho Falls, intensity level 2. Yeah, fairly strong earthquake. And then as far north, let's see, what do we got? Lewiston. What's this one here? No name. Intensity level 2. Moscow. Intensity level 2. Yeah, see how it arches there. We got another one here. Florence. Supposedly it was also felt by Salt Lake City, but I don't know if they got that on here. No, they don't, but I did hear. Oh, we do, right there. Okay, Grantsville, intensity level 3. And that's actually down there by the Great Salt Lake. Yeah. We got 21 earthquakes within the last 24 hours. Now this over here is Stanley, Idaho. And there's 2 there. There's a 2.1 and a 2.4. Let's zoom into this location and I'll pull the map over. 19 within this location. And they're all about 3.1 miles in depth. Oh, that one's a little bit deeper. 4.6. That one's shallower, a 2.1. 3.9 miles in depth. And this one was actually the deepest, which was the 4.9. That was 5.5 miles in depth. That would have been right there. You can see how the fault moved going south. So here we have the Cascadia Reservoir, and you can see the faults that are going through this location. Here's a current live view of Yellowstone. This is the upper geyser basin and all the snow. I noticed earlier this morning that, yeah, the trees were just blowing and shaking. The tops were blowing. So, are you prepared for a large earthquake? I hope so. Please put your comments down below. If you had any damage, anything fell off, did things come popping out of the cupboards, and how did your pets react? Please put that information down below. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.